So we're just going to change it for the tuples rather than the list. Now I know this says my list. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to keep that as it is just to show you how simple it is. So if I go back to my library, where was it? Which one was it in? My library in here. To change it for a tuple, to make it work for a tuple, I'm just going to change those to round brackets. It's now a tuple. Remember, the only thing you can't do with a tuple is assign the values, but we don't want to do that in our program, so there's really no benefit in using one over the other at the moment. So there you go. I've made the entire change. I'm going to run my main program. Let's get rid of that. Close the shell. Going to run my main program, and there we go. Put in the numbers 111 and 1111, and there we go. Exactly the same program. I made one minor change in the library. I changed the square brackets to round brackets, so from a list to a tuple. I can't reassign these, so I can't say my list 1 is something else, which is quite useful because I wouldn't want to actually change the binary number that came back. However, I've called it my list. Just to be a bit pedantic, I'm going to change that to be my tuple. Okay, my tuple. I've not changed anything at all. I've just renamed a variable. So if I save and run that, you'll see that it still works exactly the same, apart from when I type this in, it's going to paste everything in. Don't disappoint me. There we go. It's all working fine. So let's just finish off by tidying up, because I don't really want these two words, don't really want these printed out, but I will keep them being printed out in the main program, not in the function. I don't want them printing out at all in the function. I want to finish off the function and know that it works and not come back to it ever, unless I change data types or something. So I'll keep the main program. It's not a major thing. In my library, I'm going to take that line out, and I'm finished. That's it. The whole thing works. I can get binary strings. I can set them to be the same length, having zeros put on the front of them. I've got other library routines which will be useful at some point by being able to turn a string round and by putting leading zeros on the front of any string. So I've got quite a few pieces of string manipulation here with pad string, reverse string, and equalize strings. They're all sort of string manipulation routines, and this is just an input. So rather than just raw underscore input and get a string, I'm doing some validation on it and making sure it's just a binary string, and my main program just tests things out at the moment. At the end of the day, what I really want is my main program to be the shortest program in the world, maybe just consisting of the word go, but at the moment we'll stick with it as it is. So that's the program so far. One thing just did occur to me. It's gone. I think we're fine with everything. Just looking around. No, it's certainly gone. Anyway, we'll move on to the next task with some more functions and procedures. It would be nice to actually use some procedures too. See the difference between them. Okay.